When it comes to protecting a president and his family, don't call the Secret Service bodyguards.
Secret Service agents really hate it when people say that. That's not what we do. It is a very, very cerebral position that requires very detailed planning in a zero-error environment.
Former agent Dan Bongino knows best. He protected the Bush, Clinton, and Obama families. But now, with Donald Trump as the new commander-in-chief, things are about to change.
Securing Trump's family is going to be different than it was before. Donald Trump has a really large family. It makes things difficult.
Our special correspondent Malcolm Nance gets rare insight from George Washington University national security expert Dr. Scott White about those new challenges.
Does this protection extend out to his grown children?
Always it can be requested, and then it's a decision between the White House and the Secret Service.
But given the high level of threat and contentiousness during Trump's campaign, former Secret Service agent Bongino believes there will be no choice.
The nuclear family is all going to have protective details. The sons, the daughters, they're all going to have their own specific details, which are going to have their own financial codes, their own fancy code names.
The hostile environment and threat level directed at Trump may even call for protection of his extended family as well.
They'll be doing risk analysis and seeing if there's potential threats, what are the vulnerabilities to the family members, and then a determination will be made.
Based on what we've seen at rallies, I wouldn't be surprised at all if the extended family, they pushed out the protective bubble to them as well.
Daughter Ivanka has already had her share of deep security scares. Her longtime alleged stalker, Justin Massler, was just rearrested last month, only 2 blocks from Trump Tower. And more recently, as she traveled on a commercial airliner with her children, a Trump heckler seemed to verbally harass the president's daughter.
There have been a lot of questions about, well, why didn't the Secret Service get involved? And, well, they did. They just didn't put hands on because he didn't make a threat. Having said that, if he makes a furtive movement towards her, or if he makes a veiled or direct threat, then that's different.
The very high-profile Trump family is accustomed to freedom, autonomy, and calling their own shots. If they don't like the constant shadowing of the Secret Service, they'll have to learn to live with it.
They don't have a lot of say, except for black and white issues.
But one thing President-elect Trump does want, the best of both of his worlds.
Donald Trump has said that he would like to commute between Washington, D.C., using the White House sort of as an office for 4 days, and then going back to New York City to Trump Tower for 3 days. What challenges does that present?
Moving a president between those locations is going to be difficult. Traffic, if anyone's been to New York, traffic on a good day is horrendous. Moving a presidential motorcade through New York on a constant basis would be a great disruption to the surface traffic of New York City.
Right, I was just there recently, and Fifth Avenue's closed. They've got it cut off with dump trucks, and that has a cascading effect, like 4 to 5 blocks deep in every direction.
As Mr. Trump enters the presidency and the realities of the job come through, we may see his transition team and Mr. Trump reevaluating some of the decisions he has chosen.
Logistical nightmare? Perhaps. But Melania's wish as First Lady is to stay in Trump Tower while her son Barron attends school. Dan Bongino doesn't see a problem.
We've had First Ladies in D.C. from minute one that engage in this big, robust international and national travel schedule that frankly probably cost the taxpayer and the Secret Service more headaches than if Melania Trump picks up her kid from school and stays up in New York. She's already stated, the soon-to-be First Lady, that she's focused on her kids, which says to me she's probably going to have a pretty light travel schedule.
As for local residents and visitors moving in and around one of New York's ritziest addresses, things are looking a lot more like a demilitarized zone.
Everybody's going to go through a magnetometer. Everybody's going to go through, their bags are going to go through an X-ray device or some type of screening device.
And despite media reports that the president-elect wants to keep his own private security team in charge, Bongino insists it's not going to happen.
I'm telling you with 100% certainty from absolutely unimpeachable sources within the Secret Service There is no private security.
Threats to the president and the nation are a cold, hard reality. But Dr. White assures us the United States intelligence community is the largest and most dynamic in the world.
We should feel safe that our security apparatus is working for us. And we must continue to live our lives knowing that there are people out there that are securing our homeland. I think we have to be careful in that we don't create a panic where there's not one needed.